Hey everybody, it's Julie from Mystical Moonchild. How are we? Cards are just jumping out. Jumping out. Okay, let's run with these. Okay, the Eight of Swords. This reflection card. Talk about sitting in, what you're going through right now. Seeing how much you've changed from the past where you just let things just get in your head and stress you out. You weren't finding the clarity. You just felt like no one's listening, no one cares. Systems don't do nothing for you. It's hard. You feel like your hand's always tied. And you can come to that conclusion as well, is like, why do good people always get hurt? Okay? But now you can see yourself as grown stronger from these situations. Because you've sat there in that and have gone, wow, there is a whole lot of manipulation in the world, isn't there? Corruption is real at a peak. But there's nothing anyone can ever do. This is the thing. There is protocol, and the protocol is unjust. So all you can do is just send, light to the situation all the time and just hope that things come to the surface. Things will be revealed, and we know this is happening all the time. So it's like you have grown so much to the way that you react, to the way that it hurts when you do nothing wrong. And you've just let go of a whole lot of stuff that was never yours. It was always stuff thrown at you. Okay, never your stuff. It was always somebody else's, things that they can't deal with themselves. Work situations that, people, too many chiefs. Everyone wants to be the chief, but no one wants to, do the real work. It's always hard. But you've stood strong and you've got through it. And you see it for what it is. And now you can't unsee what you see. Because you've seen. And sit with that for a minute. And then it's like, what can I do about that? And changing that reaction is the biggest thing. Protection will be a big thing for you, so people can't throw their crap at you. Shield yourself. And let them get along with whatever they're going through that they're projecting. And people will always project because it's always easier to be a victim. It's always easier to throw it at somebody else and, make somebody else suffer than dealing with it yourself. These people really need help. Okay? But you can only get help if you want to heal, can't you? So you are doing exactly what you should be doing, where you are, and give yourself a pat on the shoulder, like you're coming through this. You see exactly all the role plays here. What can you do? Stand tall. Keep working with the light, because we know darkness really dislikes the light and they really come at you, but that's okay. You are who you are, and you don't want to change who you are because, that is the biggest blessing that you have. Like, how awesome is that? To just keep holding your light. Okay. You've got this. And I know this happens so much in the workforce. This can happen in families too. Relationships. So just know that, you've healed and changed because you've sat in that and worked it out. Then we got the Knight of Pentacles. And, you know, like the Knight's the younger person, not as young as a Page, but they're, you know, adult, young adult. And they're moving forward because, you know, you just keep following your heart's desire. You know, even though there might be total chaos around you projected at you, you just do you. This is your life. And all these sabotaging influences and, you know, belittlements and whatever people, adjustments that people throw at you, it's okay. Just keep walking. Keep being you. You know where you want to be. You know you don't want to be, you know, in all this drama and trauma. You know you're not a victim. So you just get on with your life and do, you know, what it is. You know, what's your goals? Let these people watch where you go. And think of it this way too, when people try to control you and belittle you. Where will they be in 5 years? Where will they be in 10 years? They won't be any different. They will still be the same miserable, dark people preying on light people to, yeah, for some sort of entertainment because they can. That whole control thing. And their lives won't be no different. So you get on with your life, you enjoy it. If you're not feeling it and you know it's not right, the situation that you're in, you just keep walking. Universe has got your abundance here. They're looking after you. They don't want you to be somewhere that you shouldn't be. Okay? So they're always going to have your back and your guides and your ancestors to go, come on, keep going forward. Don't let interference pull you back when you're doing this perfectly. Wow, this is a really big one for today. I don't know who's going through a lot of stuff, but yeah. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is saying, look, that forward motion, doing what you feel that you need to do and getting on with your life leads you to happiness, happy families, contentment, happy workplace, you know, whatever that's important for you or whatever the issue is that this is all about, you're happy. You have followed your own heart. You've seen everything for what it is. And as I said, once you see, you can't unsee what you see. And you don't go backwards. Why would you? You go forward. And you get on with your life. And you make the positive choices. And do you. You know, and then everybody, doesn't matter. Those that matter they'll have your back and they'll be with you anyway. Okay? And I know it's always really hard if that is a workplace situation. But just sometimes a door has to close for a door to open. And you're not there to be took advantage of, to be belittled, to just run around after everybody. You know, that's not your job description. You're a human being. And if nobody else wants to, you know, do what they should be doing, it's like, okay, I'm doing me. And then, you know, you can walk right out of there. Have something else to go to, but know that things will fall into place once that door is shut, because if it's not working, it's like a sign of disrespect for you, because you're disrespecting yourself by standing there putting up with that. And that's the same in a relationship too, which you never think about it like that. You know, you're always accommodating and trying to make everything perfect. You know, you're doing the best you can all the time. And enough is never enough, right? For some people. And in doing that, you think that you're doing the right thing, but you're actually just showing everybody that you don't respect what's happening to you. You don't respect yourself enough to get up and get out of that and move forward. And you know, because no one ever thinks of it like that. But this is what life is, lessons. And these are huge lessons. Because if you sit with that for a moment, the universe only knows what you tell it. It only knows what it sees, right? And if it sees you not believing in yourself and loving yourself and, not, and allowing people to disrespect you, they just bring that more of that to you because they think, oh, wow, this is what she wants. This is what, or he wants. This is what they've put out there, we'll just keep giving them more. And it's like, no, we're going to make those changes now. And that lesson is done because you never want to go back on that roundabout. And how many people do that in their life? They're back, they're out of one situation that was bad and along comes another one, pretty much very similar. And that's the lesson there because something has to change. And not always walking away from it is going to be enough. That is a big part, but you've also got to acknowledge what's going to be different. Okay? Such deep soul work today here. And, in a sense, you could say this sort of fits into everybody's life too, because we all go through something. Something that we don't like, something that's not ours, but something, it's out there in the ethers. Sometimes you can't sort of control too much what happens out there. But your protection is massive. And seeing it for what it is massive. And knowing how you're going to react to it is massive. And with all the lies and threats and put downs, now, I know that's a really, really hard place to be. And people struggle in that because people like the gossip. People love that entertainment, they feed off it. But for the people involved, it's very, painful. So you've just got to just sit with that and go, you know what? You are strong enough. You can make these changes. Most people have been through something. This cyber stuff at the moment and fake accounts and, there is so much out there now that these children, young people are getting bombarded with as well. And all it is someone that's got nothing better to do than they're so miserable in their own lives, they try and crush everybody else's and make them miserable too, because then they're miserable is a good miserable. It's really sad and pitiful, but they are out there. But if you know what that's all about, that's when you can make the changes. And don't worry about them. Because, you can't stop them. You won't have anybody to support you and make it stop. Because that's just not the way systems work. So you have to go, okay, I know this isn't correct. You find your best friend or your couple of close friends or your close family members or close workmates. You stick with them. Don't need everybody. Those that have your back are those that are meant to be in your life. They're the ones that are important. Not the ones that sit in the background and laugh and snigger and, put obstacles in your path and are always laughing if whatever, that's just BS. Come on. You're so much better than that. And all I'm getting is the song, Respect Yourself. Okay, so respect yourself. Whoever needs this today, or I feel like we've gone on different tangents here all over the place and I'm full of goosebumps. My gosh. That's just like icy coming through. Whew. Okay. You're okay. They are not okay, and that's why they do what they do. But you are okay. So find your support group. Do your protection. Be proud of yourself for sitting in that crap and getting out of it. Okay? Go you. Think of the positives. And where this is leading you now. Forward motion, happiness, abundance, blessings. Enjoy. Bye for now.